Welcome to the Running with James podcast, where every Hyrox athlete, OCR competitor, and the everyday runner has a place. We're passionate about building a community that supports, building confidence that empowers, and building champions who rise. Together, we'll push limits and chase what moves us. Remember, when you change your mind, you change your life. Now here's your host, James Wyatt.
And welcome back to another edition of Running with James. I'm your host, James Wyatt. I'm joined today with our illustrious co-host, Coach Lauren.
Hi, hi.
Say hello to the people, Lauren.
Hi, people.
And then we also are joined by a guest co-host. Guys, we've been killing it with these guest co-hosts as of late. We have had such amazing episodes, getting nothing but kudos. We've got
Am I supposed to say my name?
Jessica in the house. I was trying to correct. I was going to say something else.
Jessica,
and I
Were
stopped.
you going to say Jesse Lee?
I was. The outlaw Jesse Lee.
The outlaw.
Yep. But I thought I overheard you saying to someone the other day, I do not like the name Jesse. I'm not 100% sure.
I may have said, he's trying to make it stick. What I said is, I've never been a Jesse.
You don't seem like a Jesse to me.
Apparently my dad wanted to call me Jesse. That's why they named me Jessica, but no one's ever called me Jesse.
It's just.
I'm not trying to make it a thing for everybody else.
Yeah.
To me,
It's
you're
just
Jess.
something
It's your thing.
I
Yeah.
like to say. You know, it's like I call Mel Gator,
Okay.
You're
call
the
her-
only one who calls her Gator.
but I'm the only one that calls her that. I'm
Everyone else
okay
calls
with
her
that.
Gator.
Yeah, that's all
every
right.
time she sees them, say later Gator because she's from Louisiana.
And that makes sense.
Right, and
where
it
gators are
rhymes
from.
with later, so I just like to say later Gator. Right, so there's little things I like to say to people. It's nicknames I give them.
Yeah.
That I don't expect other people to call.
That's good.
My wife, Big Lily, is one of the things I call her.
And yeah, no one
Lee.
else is calling her that.
Nobody's calling her Big Lily.
No, I don't think it would stick as well.
No, nuh-uh.
No.
I had a friend of mine that used to call her an Oompa Loompa.
That's
I'm not really sure. Maybe because of the orange hair,
I'm
the red
guessing
hair.
The red hair.
But like, and because she's short.
Short.
But
Yeah.
like,
There's a lot of elements missing.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
negative elements that
Yeah.
you don't tell a redhead.
Does she do a little dance and song when you do something bad?
Have you know Leah? When do you
No
ever see
song
her
and
do a dance?
Unless
with a
there's
song?
one song that she kind of dances to.
I mean, you really got. I mean, she's got to be in the right mood, the right day. The moons have to be aligned, or the stars have to be aligned with the moon, and the planets are all
Synced
in
up.
retrograde. or something.
Yeah, you were in retrograde.
Yeah. So for her to do any of those two things together, so anyway, so Jessica, everyone, welcome Jessica, our co-host, and apparently
I'm turning the
she's
tables.
taken over,
I'm turning the
and
tables
today is running with
Jessica.
Jessica.
Jess, but we're still at RWJ.
That's right.
Yep.
Running with
You
Jess.
don't even have to change the sign.
We
We
don't.
don't.
Yep.
We don't. Do you want to sit in the big chair?
I kind of actually was wondering if you were going to offer me the big chair.
You can
she
sit in
is
the big
actually
chair
leading-
today.
Are you leading this?
I am. I'm
So-
interviewing James today.
She has. So Jessica has been. She was
Guys, I had no
my
clue.
teammate for the 2020. When you hear me talking about my races that I've done this past year with Hyrox, she has been my race partner, and the one that I've always been telling you guys is trying to kill me. So I asked her if she wanted to be a co-host today. I've been setting these things up, and she said, "Yeah, as long as I can be in charge."
It's very on brand for me, actually.
I know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sure, we're gonna switch.
Yeah.
We're gonna switch places, guys.
I'm happy to do it as long as I can
Wow.
do it my way.
Wow. Only you would be able to get. If I ever made this suggestion, it would not go over.
This chair
Is huge on you.
nice. Yeah, the chair is
Chair is
fits a
very
little big on me.
big.
I have multiple times offered the big chair to people,
I don't think I've ever got.
and everybody's afraid.
I could sit in this together, honestly.
we probably
the chair is
could. Like we
gigantic.
could. That chair is huge.
It kind of
Everyone's afraid to take the big chair because they understand the responsibility that
Well,
comes with
do you
the big
feel
Heavy as
like
the
you
head.
became a little more menacing in that chair? Like, do you feel like
I feel like I need a cat actually right here,
that's
like
what I'm saying. I
a
feel like you need a white Persian cat.
yeah, I do.
To like stroke.
Like a
It's
would
good.
be an evil.
So you're saying
genius
I'm an
here.
evil genius when I'm
That
sitting there?
chair just
A little
gives-
bit.
It gives menacing. I've been saying that since you brought it in here.
It says authority.
It says
Lauren.
okay,
It
well,
says I'm in charge,
also-
and
gonna
I
do a
run
little-
this thing.
authority tends to be menacing. So
That's why you review that. See, we have two different views of authority. Obviously,
this is why I cry every time a cop pulls me over.
this is ridiculous. She
That's
cries every
just
time.
survival.
A
I
cop
ask her
looks
to.
at me.
Every time I say, "Hey, Lauren, do you have a minute?" I can see her eyes start to well
What
up.
did
I was
I
like,
do wrong?
"Oh my god!"
What did I
dude.
tell you today, though?
I know, I'm gonna
How
work on it.
often has anything good followed the words, "Hey, do you have a minute?"
So
This
from
is
now on,
true.
when you hear me say, "Hey, I
Ew.
need your help,"
That's
There
why
you
I
go.
would love that. I love helping.
do you have a minute?
I love helping.
I know.
See,
We're gonna
you
work.
start with
Yep.
Guys, I love
I need
helping,
some
but
help.
if you
Do you
ever
have a
ask,
minute?
do you have a minute? I'm assuming you're breaking up with me. You're telling me my dog died, or someone died.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I
Nope.
promise you, I will not break up with you because
go.
we're not dating.
What?
Mark to save.
What?
All right, you're in charge. Go for it. Here it goes.
Okay.
No
so
pressure.
What I don't think I have the pressure, but what I thought we would do is, since we love a good warm up, I really felt like we want to stretch and warm up before we really dive right into the topic today. So I came up with some rapid fire questions.
I love this already.
Okay.
I feel like this would be a great way for the audience to really get to know you, because I think you're always asking the questions, and certainly there's been little bits of your personality revealed through the seasons, but I think this is a way to really get to the core of the things that matter to the people.
Who is
Okay.
James? Wyatt?
Who
Who is James Wyatt?
Let's
All right.
unwrap this onion.
Let's do it. Okay, so the point of this is I'm going to ask you questions or give you an either or, and you're just going to answer with the first thing that comes to your mind, your heart and soul. Okay,
You want me to put that much into it? Heart and soul.
Heart and soul.
Aye,
Rapid
aye, aye.
fire. No thank
Yeah,
you.
rapid
Okay.
fire. Here you go. Least favorite race distance.
Marathon.
Okay. Favorite post-run breakfast.
Pancakes and bacons. Breakfast.
Pancakes
basically.
are the obvious option. Yeah.
Yes.
Morning or evening workouts.
Evening.
Okay. Least favorite High Rock station.
Hurry.
I'm trying to hurry.
I know.
There's so many I,
I hate
don't
a couple.
like.
I know.
I'm trying. Lunges.
Lunges. Okay. Would you rather race in the heat or the cold?
The cold.
Okay. Favorite dessert.
Chocolate chip cookies. A thick one.
A lift that makes you feel the strongest.
These are tough. My God.
That makes you feel the strongest. Oh,
Yep. So you're in the gym. You're
a
like,
good
you know
one.
what? I just want to feel good. I want to feel
Yeah.
beefcake status.
Wanna feel
Which lift do
sexy.
you go to?
Probably a snatch.
Okay.
Clean or a snatch variation. Maybe both.
All right. Your favorite type of race or race distance?
Oh, wow. Shaka
Told you we're
Khan.
going right to the heart.
yeah.
Favorite?
Yep.
God, I would say Spartan Stadium race.
Excellent. Okay.
Was that a 5K?
The 5K, basically.
Yeah,
I just
sure.
like the mix because it's a lot like High Rocks.
Yeah.
Kind of like some of the movements you do. It's shorter. It's fast.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of the elements. It's like a mix of obstacle course and High Rocks, I would say.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Your first job where you received a paycheck.
McDonald's, I was a janitor cleaning the women's bathrooms. I was 14 years old.
Is that all you did? Is the women's bathrooms?
Well, that's where I spent most of my time because the women are nasty.
This is true.
So that and the windows. I cleaned the windows every morning.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet or salty snacks?
Dang. You're killing me. Sweet.
Sweet. What superpower would you want to have?
Okay, Superman's.
Okay.
I know that's not.
I was
That's,
gonna say, that's not.
all the
that's so-
superpowers.
That's all they
That's so broad.
I
I
know.
mean, I'm thinking like, do you want to be invisible? Are you going to fly?
strength.
Super strength? Like,
Fast.
I would probably have to say super strength because with super strength comes so many other things. Like
Okay.
speed would come with that, endurance would come with that.
all right.
So probably super strength. Yeah, abs would come with that.
Oh yeah, definitely abs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What if it was like a real heavy guy who was really, really fast?
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Looking to take your running to the next level? Whether you're just getting started or chasing the next PR, my dad, Coach James, and BC Fitness have you covered. Join our in-person or online run coaching. Plug into our free weekly run club and train alongside a community that's built different. From High Rocks and OCR to daily group fitness classes at our Houston gym. This is where athletes are made. Come run with us, train with us, grow with us. Visit mybcfit.com and start building your best.
I don't want to be really, really heavy. I'm really heavy and fast right now. I don't want to be that. That's not that's not the goal.
Check done.
I've already done that one.
Excellent. Those are the ones I had. Do you feel warmed up?
Yeah. Those are
See?
good questions.
Those are good.
Those are good questions.
See,
Funny.
this gets to the heart and soul.
Yeah.
Lauren, are there any of those that you're compelled to answer? Any that really like hit you that you're like, I need to answer this question?
I feel like most people could probably guess mine. I feel like I'm pretty open. I don't feel like I'm as on lock and
Well, we have to ask you your superpower then. What's your
Lock and
superpower?
key. Dude, I am an open book. I'm the most
you're
transparent person you know.
kind of. I don't know. So my initial thought would be I want to be able to talk to animals. I'm like, I kind of feel like I do that anyway. They just don't talk back. I was going to say teleportation, so I'm never late, but I'll still find a way.
Teleportation would be actually very good.
That'd be good for me. Like just be able to like avoid traffic and like blink and
But
get
you would wait
places.
till 5 minutes after you're supposed to be there before you teleported. Because
That's
you were
the
like,
thing,
I
it's
got
always
time.
like,
I'm going to make it.
I got
can
plenty of
teleport.
time. I got this
always
teleportation.
But then you're like, you know what? Let me
And
make a cup of coffee.
Hang up. I got hung up in the teleportation tunnel.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sorry.
You'd still figure it out.
Traffic.
It's gonna get better.
There's a lot of people teleporting right now.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go with teleportation.
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
That'd be
I'm gonna
good.
go with that one. Flying would be cool, but
I always
know.
feel like flying. I would have dreams about flying. Flying is my.
I have more dreams about falling than flying.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the flying dreams kind of stopped when I stopped being a kid. I don't know. Now it's a lot of falling and
A lot of falling. I
being
don't-
late for things.
Yeah, teleportation would be cool. Can I just be a wizard? Is that a power?
Wizardry.
Can
That's
I
not a
wizardry?
superpower.
Is that like Superman? That's like
Not
answering to your
even
Superman.
close. No. Superman hates magic.
Does he?
He does.
Okay.
So those are my warm up questions. So I thought that we would spend some time. So now that we've gotten through the important things,
You look like a kid in a candy store right now.
it's
So
the chair.
excited.
Her little eyes have disappeared, and she's smiling so big. She's really enjoying this. This is good.
It's the chair.
It's the power of the chair, guys. I
I
told
feel
you.
so powerful. I actually feel very small in this chair.
Yeah, you look small in the chair.
You do look like a kid. Your
I
feet are
feel
barely on the floor.
Like I shrunk. Like
I mean,
I feel
the
like
back, the arms and the back are at your shoulders.
I feel like whatever superpower I had actually shrunk me.
Yeah, double time.
Yes.
So good.
So I thought we'd talk a little bit about your journey because we're generally talking about other people's running journeys and fitness journeys and really dig into a little bit of you, Coach James.
Okay.
So talk to us a little bit about how you got started. Let's start from the beginning. So I know you like to play basketball, but like talk to us about young James and your fitness journey and how you kind of got into being active and yeah, we got to start somewhere.
Okay. So when I was in 6th grade, that's how far back you want to go.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
sounding-
taking it back.
This is the-
That's why we warmed up and stretched
This is
first.
the original. When I was in 6th
Yeah.
grade, I was the only boy in my class, in my 6th grade class.
Oh my gosh.
There were 30 people in the class, and I was the only boy. And I was chubby. I was about 5'2" and about 145 pounds. And I wore Huskies. Are you familiar with Huskies?
I'm familiar. Yeah.
They don't make those anymore because that's kind of shaming children and their
Yeah.
chunkiness. But I wore Huskies, and there's a photo of me. I don't know what happened to it.
Can we find it? And
I
post
wish.
it
I really
afterwards?
wish I could find it because I don't think people believe me. But it's me in the middle of all these girls. I'm sitting on the front row at the bottom, little round James, and I'm like got my knees together, and you can just see I'm so insecure. And I'm like this with my shoulders up, and just little fat round James sitting there surrounded by women. And when you're in 6th grade, that's kind of when you start liking girls.
Yeah.
Right? So I mean, the numbers were in my favor.
Yeah.
But I had no confidence, and then also I was round. And so that summer, I always played basketball. I liked playing basketball, but that summer I started playing basketball and like kind of working out on my own because I was tired of being round James.
Yeah.
And that's when I really fell in love with basketball. And I remember sometime during that summer, we went to a youth camp, church camp. And like the church camps we went to, it was like we didn't do what we call mixed bathing.
Okay.
So we didn't swim girls and guys together,
oh,
right?
okay.
So I remember the guys were out swimming, right? And I was proud of myself because I'd lost all this weight.
Yeah.
I'd actually gotten a little bit taller too. So I was like nice and lean and
Yeah.
thin. And this girl I really liked, she happened to be on the beach or on the sideline or whatever. And I went up and kind of talked to her, and I was kind of like,
Puffing out your
peacocking
chest. Yeah,
peacocking a
yeah.
little bit. And she walks up to me and she's like, "Where's your chest?" And my heart, my soul was just like immediately crushed. So I spent the rest of the summer doing push-ups, right? So that's how I started, just like that.
Excellent.
Yeah. So when I say this, people don't believe me, but like every great thing that has been accomplished by man is 100% because they were trying to impress women.
I can't disagree.
Just saying.
We bring out the best.
What school did you say you went to when you were that age?
There's a school called Calvary Baptist in Conroe.
Okay. Oh, in Conroe.
Are you trying to look up and see if they have it posted somewhere?
I am.
It's very possible they have it
Lauren
somewhere.
is all over.
I
I'm
really
sure.
am. I want to find this picture.
Yeah. I don't know.
Calvary Baptist.
Yep.
I'm gonna. Y'all keep talking. I'm still looking. I'm on the research.
Okay.
That would be rough to be like the only boy in a
All-girls
group of
school.
30.
But if you think about it, that's my life now.
It is. I mean, you really haven't. That hasn't changed much.
It's always been that way. And now the more I look back on it, like even in high school, I was on every team there was, and I was surrounded by I had a lot of guy friends and whatever, but I hung out with the ladies a lot. I had a lot of friends that were girls. In fact, I really didn't date anybody until I was like maybe a senior in high school.
Yeah.
But I still had a lot of friends that were females,
Yeah.
because I guess I was non-threatening.
Right.
Which now that I look back, that kind of hurts a little bit too. Right?
As I say this out loud.
I sound like, dude, I had
Perfect.
no game. So, but yeah, it's one of those things where I've just always been able to communicate okay with both men and women
Yeah.
in groups or individually. And so it's kind of weird now because I think a lot of people had this. I was talking on the Coach's Corner we just did with Courtney.
Yeah.
And one thing she said was like she was intimidated to come to BC at first because everybody was so fit and fast and everything else. And I was like, yeah, I've heard tales of, people's interactions with me, with the group, the run group and stuff. Because we're always like, the way it was, we always just running past people.
Right.
So very short,
Yeah.
quick interactions. And I guess I'm not great at short, quick interactions with people because people don't get my personality. They don't get my
They don't get the double guns and the wink
They
that
don't
you're giving
understand
them.
that. Yeah,
They're like,
the double
what
guns
is
and the
this
wink.
guy doing with a double gun?
Yeah, why is this guy being such a jerk to me, right?
Yeah.
When really I'm being jokey or trying to be funny or
Yeah.
right, trying to include them, and they don't realize that I'm joking. They think I'm being serious.
Yeah.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to unlock your full potential? I want to introduce you to the Fit, Healthy, and Happy podcast, a powerful resource to transform your life today. With expert interviews, practical tips, and inspiring stories, this podcast is your roadmap to lasting wellness. Here's what a listener has to say.
I used to struggle with my health, but this podcast changed everything. It's like having a personal trainer, nutritionist, and life coach totally for free.
With over 2,000 5-star reviews, we're a podcast you can trust. The Fit, Healthy, and Happy podcast, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Sarcasm without the context clues around
A lot
it
of
can
people
be challenging.
do not understand subtle sarcasm.
No, it's true. Okay, so then you get through the challenges that are grade school. I feel like everyone has that story where I think it's a little odd because I'm guessing everyone felt awkward in grade school, and
Yeah.
it's almost impossible to believe that everyone thought that someone else was totally confident and had it all together, but everyone you talk to is like, I wasn't confident in grade school, so maybe no one was. I don't know.
Maybe. There's got to be at least one dude who's like, or one lady who was like, yeah, I was the stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
I remember this
those
one
people
girl,
who thought
she
they
was-
peaked then.
Yeah, she might have
If you're
peaked.
peaking in
At sixth grade?
grade school, boy,
Like those were
rough
the years.
for you. Rough life for you.
It's all been downhill since 8th grade.
Yeah, no.
Oh. Yeah, that's an awkward time. So then kind of fast forward, take us up to kind of more present day, Ninja Warrior, an obstacle course racing. I think when I met you, even the rest of the BC team, you guys were all doing obstacle course racing. And that came out of Ninja Warrior. Like,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about that part of the journey.
Yeah, so Ninja was really cool because, it was a lot like everything we've done. It was one of those things where we were training and we were like just for the community and like to get stronger or better. And then an opportunity came up and we went and tried it. And we just really enjoyed it. We thought it was really cool, great experience. So the thing with Ninja Warrior, though, is there were no things to do other than train but once a year.
Okay.
So the show was like the thing.
Yeah.
But there was no guarantee you could get on the show because you had to put like a video, right? You had to do like an
Right.
audition tape and stuff. And then even if they did call you, there still wasn't a guarantee you were going to get to run because sometimes they'd have so many people, right? But then you only get one shot.
Yeah.
So if you mess up, you may not keep getting to go, right? You may not get to go to the next level. And so, someone had invited me. They had done a Tough Mudder, or they were going to go do a Tough Mudder, and I was like, I would never do anything like that. It's 10 miles.
Yeah.
Mud, that does not sound like fun. 10 miles is a long way.
Yeah.
And they went to go do it, and it got rained out.
You rain out a Tough Mudder.
That's what I said.
That's amazing.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
So Spartan was just getting started, and so somehow they got the list of all the people because they canceled that race, and Spartan said anyone that was signed up for Tough Mudder, they would give him a free race. Okay. So he was like, hey, I'll get you a free race if you want to do it. It's not 10 miles. That's all he said. I said, okay, it's free. I'll give it a shot. So I went and did it, and it was like 12 miles because back in the day, they used to do 8 to 12.
Okay.
So they were parameters, and you didn't know what it was going to be. And so I went out and did it, and I remember telling my wife, so we both had signed up, and I went before she did. So she's like, how was it? Because she's about to go. And I was like, that is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
And she's looking at me like, are you kidding me, dude? Because I'm now about to go do it.
Is this the demoralized photo?
No. This was my first one.
Okay.
And so they were smart because they were like, hey, if you sign up for next year for the trifecta, which is all 3 distances, we'll give you half off. So they get you. So we signed up, right? So we did the sprint, which is like about 3 to 5 miles. We did the super, which was like at the time was like that 8 to 10, and they had the beast, which was like could be up to like 13, 14, 15 miles, right? So we started doing those races every year, and we really started like enjoying it mainly because of the obstacles. I always thought it was an obstacle race, but it really wasn't. It's a running race with obstacles.
Okay.
But I sucked at running. And so, which was really surprising to me is because I ran so much in high school.
Yeah.
And I did cross country and track. And so I thought I should be good at it. But I was not good at it at all. And a lot of it was because I wasn't doing it. I wasn't running that much.
Yeah. Even in high school, like at track, it's like you wouldn't run much at all.
Not that much, right? You were just kind of racing all the time.
Yeah.
Right. And so, I thought I was still good. Like I thought I was a good athlete, but I never really did that well competitively. And so I did a race, and this is the race you're thinking about, talking about, is they had this, they called it the Team World Championships. And so you had 4 people on your team. You could put whatever team you wanted together, and you would go out and race as a team. And it was like the beast distance. And I went out I picked 3 really good guys that I knew we were going to be great. So I kind of got an injury a few weeks before. I hurt my hamstring. Here we go. Here we go.
Never happened.
Here we go. This chick. So anyway,
it's not a hamstring, it's a quad.
There you go. So I had hurt my hamstring, and so I really wasn't running for a few weeks leading up to it. But let's be honest, the last 2 weeks you're supposed to be tapering anyway. We know this now.
We know this.
At the time, I should have been running my most miles. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Right?
Almost race time.
Yeah. So
break these miles up.
We did this thing, and I was hurting pretty much the most of it, but I stayed with everybody to about mile 8. And at mile 8, they had a rule that if you needed to drop someone, you could, because 3 people have to pass the finish line together, right? And so at that time, I was like, leave me. I'm hurting so bad. I'm not going to be able to keep going like this. And they wouldn't leave me, because they were good teammates. And I was like, guys, I'm going to sit down if you don't leave me. I don't want to ruin our chances because of me. So they took off and left me. And so I was by myself. And I think it was like a 14-mile race. So that means for like 6 miles, I was by myself. And I remember there was this one time, one of the other ladies in our group, who probably started about 30 minutes to an hour after us, starts passing me. And she's like, hey, James, what are you doing back here? That hurt a little bit. But I was barely moving. She just runs right past me, took off. And I remember thinking to myself at that moment, I can't have that much further to go. Thank God there's no more hills. And then I hear this loud voice, you can do it, James. And I look up to the voice, and she's at the top of this mountain. And I realize she just passed me. And now she's at the top of a mountain, which means I'm going to have to climb that mountain.
Yeah.
And my heart sunk, right? So I made my way up the mountain, came back down, and I was like, all right, thank God. I've got to be close. I could hear the music. And whenever you hear the music, right?
You know.
You go a little faster.
Right,
Your heart
you're
lifts
done.
a little bit.
Well, I hear the music, and I come around this corner, and there's the bucket. I'd forgotten all about
the bucket carry.
And the bucket carry was back up a flipping mountain.
Oh my gosh.
You keep using the word mountain. Where was this at?
It was in Glen Rose, or it was out in Dallas or whatever.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
So it's for Texas.
For
it's a mountain.
Texas, it's a mountain. So
Well,
the
when you're
people up
injured-
north, so the people up north don't get offended. It's a
I don't
big
care if
hill.
they're offended.
But for us, it's a mountain.
Doesn't matter to me if they're offended or not. To me, it was a flipping
Jessica's
mountain.
like, it's a freaking anthill.
Yeah,
She's
it
from
was
the
a mountain.
north.
Okay, it was a mountain. I had over 6,000 feet of elevation gain for that race. Okay, I remember that distinctly. So it was a
You're
mountain.
Irish, like, oh.
Yeah.
A mountain.
Anyway, so I run and I see the bucket, and I run right past the bucket and just keep going straight. I didn't even do it.
You're like, I'm out.
I said,
Wow.
screw it. I'm not even doing the bucket, right? And which is not my personality at all.
No.
I'm like you didn't finish the race if you don't do everything,
Right.
right? If you don't give your best effort, you don't do whatever. But I was like,
The race broke you.
I'm done.
Broke you.
I was
Yeah.
broken, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I remember coming through the little gauntlet. I did the obstacles and all the other stuff. And they have a tower, like a 25-foot cargo net. You climb over the cargo net. And I remember getting to the top of the cargo net and seeing the fire in the finish line, and I was like in tears. Like my eyes were welling up. Like there's all these emotions. Part of it is I was just happy I was done. It's like, thank God this is over.
Joy,
You know,
pain.
but then also I'm thinking to myself, I suck so hard. I can't believe I let my team down. What kind of example am I for all these people that I got to come out here? And I remember, and I jumped over and as I'm going over the fire, I just felt so defeated. And that picture, I
Yes.
think pictures are
That
worth.
picture really is amazing.
It is
for
a
so many
definition of
reasons.
how I felt. You know?
I
Yeah.
don't know why we don't have that picture up in the gym.
I don't know.
We should have that picture up in the gym, like the
Motivational.
beginnings.
Sure. There's only
Well,
one other.
that's what we got started. I think Larry started this the other day. We had
Mm-hmm.
a little text thread where he was like, "Look at this picture."
The progression and where you come from. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, for the greater audience out there, like share your photos, engage with
Yeah.
the show, send us your
Let
pictures.
people know where you come
Let people
from.
know where
There
you
you
came
go.
from. There's no shame in that game. Like everyone came from somewhere.
Yeah.
And it is sometimes easy to forget to look back at where you started.
Yeah. So
That's a
that
good
was
series. I like that idea.
that was the moment that changed. This sounds a little conceited,
That's all right.
but
Go
in
for
my
it.
opinion, that was the moment that changed everyone's life. And what I mean by that is all the people that we're connected to now.
Yeah.
That was like the launching pad for the relationships we've developed.
Yeah.
And the people we've helped to get faster and this community that we've built. Because that moment, I was like, this is never going to happen again. I'm never going to let myself feel like this again.
Yep.
I'm going to learn how to run.
Yeah.
I'm going to be better. And so I went and started looking at it. I started going online and doing YouTube videos. How do you run better? How do you run faster? And researching it. And then I was like, I'm going to get certified as a run coach.
Yeah.
And all the stuff I learned over the next 3 to 6 months completely changed the way I thought about training and my how I would train. I mean, you asked Lauren how we used to train. It was just only
Oh my
hard.
gosh.
It was
How
ridiculous.
we used to train we would never ever consider we would never recommend this training to
anyone,
anybody.
to anyone.
Never if I hear someone do it now, I get PTSD reactions. I'm like,
Yeah, it was
200 pull-ups to start.
it's just it was ridiculous stuff of over the top intense training and 2-hour sessions, 3-hour sessions.
3-hour
So it was
you gave up your family.
it was too much, right? And it was fun, don't get me wrong. And I did
had
get
a great time.
strong in a lot of different ways really fast, but I also was injured all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I also ruptured my Achilles. I also had hamstring tears all the time,
Yeah.
So I was always injured. And so it changed all of my philosophy, and things that I said I would never even try to do became not only a possibility, but they became things I was actually fairly decent at,
Yeah.
pretty good at. And within 6 months, I went from looking demoralized to standing on a podium.
Yeah. That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Lauren, did you have any moments like that? The I will never feel this way ever again kind of a moment?
Yeah, no, 100% actually.
Yeah.
Mine was a little sooner. Mine was, I was going to say mine was in Vermont at OCR at that mountain.
Yeah.
An actual mountain.
That was an actual mountain.
That was an actual mountain that wanted to take my soul. And that was rough because I remember people passing me asking if I was okay because I was literally crawling on my hands and knees.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was a rough time. But that wasn't it. It was my first pro doubles race, my first pro race in Dallas 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years
For High Rocks?
for High Rocks, my very first pro race. I remember getting to the lunges and I was in so much pain. And I was I was exactly in the same mindset. I was beaten down. I was demoralized. I was like, I don't want to do this. I'm about to put this bag down and I'm going to just step over this guardrail. I remember Laura, my doubles partner, was sitting right there and she was cheering me on. And I literally tears streaming down my face. I said, I don't want to do it. I'm okay with calling it quits. She's like, you're not going to call it quits. You're going to keep going. I don't care how slow it is, but I'm going to walk with you the entire. And she did. She walked around with me the entire way. And I finished that race and I cried a lot.
Yeah.
But that was my moment for sure. And I was like, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things that just change the way you train, the way you prepare,
Yeah.
the way.
Really, it really does. It changes the way you like prepare for things, and it kind of it changes the way you hold yourself accountable
Yeah.
in a big way. Because I really did. I started telling myself I have to take myself more seriously. If I'm going to step into this arena in this division, then I've got to like step up.
Right.
So it was definitely a call to action.
That's awesome.
For sure.
Yeah. That's one of the funny things is like when, I'm coaching people or, in these groups and stuff, we meet so many new people all the time. And I hear them talk and I see myself
Yeah.
and those mistakes I made, And so I'm trying to convince them that's not the way, guys,
Right.
So I've made all those mistakes and I did all those things and I've learned from them the hard way. Let me help you, guide you so that you can get better faster instead of wasting so much time doing the wrong things.
Right.
And sometimes people listen. Sometimes,
Sometimes they still have to learn.
they have to learn the hard way. Some people do, right?
Yeah.
So, but I've come to the place now in my life where I'm doing everything I can to not learn the hard way. I want to like get good counsel. I want to learn from other people. I want to study and like do research and do all the things so that when I go do something new or if I'm trying to launch something, I'm as prepared as I possibly can be.
Yeah.
Because I never want to have, there's been 3 times in my life in racing
Right.
where I felt similar to that, where I just felt defeated and like I did not perform to what I should be able to do.
Right.
And all 3 of those, I believe, made me not just a better athlete, but a better coach because I was able to learn from those and go back to the drawing table and say, hey, this is how I can be better.
I agree. That's fantastic. So that kind of leads into a little bit about motivation. So I wanted to ask, one of the questions I wanted to ask you was about your motivation. Like, what do you feel like motivates you? And I think, let's talk kind of personally in your personal pursuits. What motivates you? And has that changed over time? Like, do you feel like your motivation to kind of pursue what you're pursuing has changed as you've learned?
Oh, yeah. It changes all the time.
Yeah.
When I was doing like Ninja, my motivation was I wanted to be able to hit the buzzer. You know? I wanted to, win $1 million.
Okay, so I was going to ask because on Ninja,
Oh,
that, I
yeah,
mean, that's
that was the
different,
goal.
right? Like none of these races, I don't think I've ever been in a race where I would have gotten paid.
Yeah.
So it's never been that. It is that like personal pursuit of like.
Yeah. But it was less about the $1 million and it was more about
The glory
I wanted to, for me,
for you.
Yeah.
I wanted to get to the top of that tower.
Yeah.
Whether other people had done it or not. Like that was the cool thing about Ninja is you were competing against other people, but you really weren't.
Everyone was very supportive of one
Yeah,
another.
you were really just
They were all-
competing
they were
against
all
yourself
friends.
because no matter what, you had to finish the course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter what other people did.
Yeah.
So that was my motivation then. But then as I began to get stronger and began to do things that I'd only seen like Olympic gymnasts do, or I did a muscle up and I did a handstand and a handstand push up and a backflip, and I'm doing all these things at 30 something years old that kids learn. That was a lot of fun, and so then it became my motivation became learning, trying to do things that maybe I thought weren't a possibility ever. And as I've learned more and more and more, and as I've grown, and especially as I've become a coach, now the things that motivate me are people.
Yeah.
Like I'm motivated by being a good leader, or I want to be a good leader, like by being a good example and showing other people that, hey, if I could do this, I guarantee you can do this, right? So if the lazy, like non-talented dude or whatever can work hard enough and learn, then someone like you who has all this talent, all this ability, and this youth, then there's no doubt that you can be able to do it too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's where I'm at now, is that my motivator more than anything is just trying to be a good example for other people and to encourage and inspire, I guess would be the word. But just really prove to people that anything that you want to do or you think you want to do or maybe you think it's impossible that you can never do, you probably can do it if you put in the work.
Awesome. Lauren? What motivates you?
I think definitely getting to like see other people and like kind of stepping. I feel like I've been stepping into a role more of being an example to other people as BC's grown, and like I've had clients come in and we've had so many new people who, you know, have very, very kind things to say that I would have thought about myself. Like I've never thought of like looked at myself as like someone up to like James's level or Tommy's level or your level or anyone else's, but like I have other people coming up and saying these very like how they look up to what I do, and I'm like, oh okay, well, I gotta like be setting an example as well. But I think also for me, an example is always for people who just didn't think they could overcome like some mental challenges, and like people who are like really going through the weeds of life.
Yeah.
Just kind of like finding things that if you can overcome something that in the moment like you think really wants to kill you,
Right.
like you can try to overcome some of these mental hurdles you're dealing with.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can like that. You can do hard things.
You can do hard things. It
And-
does feel like it wants to crush and kill you in the moment.
Right.
And you're like, why am I here? But you do come out the other side and you're like, oh,
You're stronger for it.
that was really hard, but I did do it. It just maybe took a little longer than I wanted to, but it's okay.
Yeah.
That's still learning, and you still got stronger for it.
Right. And I love like in your example too of the pro race too, like not giving up. That idea that I mean,
And I really
cannot,
want to.
You cannot beat someone who will not quit on themselves.
This is
you know,
true.
this idea that you just keep on going.
Yeah. I mean, in the end, it's you're only letting yourself down. And the
Right.
person who like you put the bag down and you step out of the arena, it's like you could have finished it. You would have been slower, but you still would have finished it.
Right.
And that's all you have to learn from.
Right.
So yeah.
That's awesome.
You know, I don't know. I know you guys are huge fans of history. I know Lauren is.
I love a good history lesson.
She loves history.
so much.
Loves it so much.
Favorite
But,
subject.
the Punic Wars is
Don't know what
very,
those are.
very, very interesting to me. Carthage and Rome.
Okay.
Okay, Rome was a new kind of burgeoning empire, right? They were very small, and Carthage was huge, very wealthy, right? And they basically, there was a war that began. It lasted for a long time, 100 years or something like that. There's the First Punic War, Second Punic War, what have you. Hannibal, you ever heard of Hannibal before?
Lecter?
Not that Hannibal. Never mind. Anyway.
Don't ask her if she knows history.
I know.
She started with I don't know.
When I
history.
heard would you say Carthage?
Yes.
I heard Carnage, and I'm like Marvel?
Yeah, no. But to your point, Rome had lost. There's a portion they had no navy whatsoever, and they somehow got their hands on one of Carthage's ships. So they reverse engineered it, and they built an entire navy. Well, they sailed their navy out, and a storm came, and they lost like 1,000 ships. So what did they do? They went back and built more ships. And they went out, and a storm came, and it like destroyed 80% of their navy. Did they give up? No. They went back and they built more ships.
Right.
And then they did they fought this war, and at one point it looked like Rome had been defeated. Like Hannibal had gone in and he'd gone over the Alps and he'd come around and he'd like attack him. He's just laying waste throughout all of Rome. People are dying left and right. And in all warfare, in all thoughts and visions, they lost. They were done. The only problem was Rome didn't know they had lost. And they just kept fighting.
I love that.
And they just kept battling. And they would, but basically the point was, and there was one of the consorts, I think that's what they were called, said that an enemy is not vanquished until they believe they are vanquished. And so as long as you don't think you've lost, you've never lost. You keep fighting. So it's never over until you actually give up.
That's a rule for life.
So I love that. That's what I love about history, is because you learn things like that even when it seems like you've lost all hope, even when it looks like there is no way out, as long as you keep moving forward, you're going to come out on the other side.
Yep.
And you're going to be successful the more you work. That's why rule number 6
Never give up.
is never give up,
So good.
because of Roman Carthage.
Good one. The more you know, people.
That's right. That was
That's the more you know.
Yes.
For sure. Insert rainbow.
I'm
here.
telling you, you should look up some of these things. Some of the stuff is
You
super
should watch more
fascinating.
history.
Me too. It's right here.
Here's what I'm going to tell you to do.
You were it.
You would enjoy this. You need to look up. You would probably
History's
too.
so hard for me.
No. You need to look up Oversimplified. It's a YouTube channel. Okay, I'm giving
I've
a
heard of
plug.
it.
It's
Wow.
called Oversimplified.
I have heard of this.
They are not even supporting the pod.
He
Look at
only
you.
does history stuff.
Okay.
It's funny. but it's very accurate.
Isn't it a podcast too?
I don't know if it's I don't think so. But
Okay.
he has several episodes, but he only does like one a year maybe. So it's a big deal. It's called Oversimplified. The animation that he uses is super cheesy.
Yeah.
But it works. And it's so good. I'm telling you, you would enjoy history from that angle. You would like it.
Excellent.
You should check it out.
I actually do like history. I have a hard time remembering things in the detail that you remember them. That story would have been much more.
We would have gone
just
off.
like vague. If I had tried. Like, there were some things with ships. I'm not sure between who and whom, but
Yeah, I mean, you heard me. I was
but
like,
the point is, don't give up.
Yeah, she's over here got people eating each other with some
I was
fava
gonna
beans.
say, I'm like, Hannibal Lecter came in. Like, in Carnage, would you know?
Yeah.
I've just got Marvel
She's like,
characters
man, this
in
guy
there.
over here is twisting up his freaking Silence of the Lambs and Marvel movies again.
Yeah, that'd be me.
That's nice.
That'd
Yeah.
be me.
I'm sorry. I digress.
No, it's good. That was relevant.
We need people who like history. I wish I did better in history.
You learn so much about
It's true, you really do. I just
human nature from history because the further we go, the more we realize things haven't really changed all that much.
I actually did better in world history than I did American history or U.S. history.
Yeah.
I did really bad in U.S. history. Like
That's not good.
It's not good. No, it's not good. I just got I could never remember dates. I could never remember who was where with when. Never. And I did study. I just couldn't do it.
It's okay.
My brain wasn't doing it.
It's okay. Lauren.
But world history is fun.
See?
Yeah.
There you go.
I like world history.
That's excellent. Okay, so on the note maybe of these races and everything too, let's talk about, and it doesn't have to be a challenging race, but how do you talk to yourself during a race? What does your inner monologue sound like? Let's start from the beginning.
Like the PG version? We want the family
I want to
friendly
know
version?
because I
or-
feel like what's especially, and I know you opened by saying like we had the opportunity to race this last season, and it's interesting because I would not say that we are the strongest communicators when we're racing. It's
Y'all
pretty
aren't?
quiet.
Yeah.
Like we're pretty quiet. It's more just, I mean, the occasional like
Ease
ease
up.
up,
Don't leave me.
ease up, and don't leave me.
Yeah.
Like
That's it.
that's all I heard. So I don't know what was going on in your inner
All right, well,
monologue.
let me ask you before I answer. What would your impression be since you've raced with me 3
Yeah.
or 4 times now?
Right.
Right? What do you think's going through my mind? Pre-race, during the race, and at the end of the race? What is your impression of me? What do I give off?
You gotta be honest, Jess.
So my impression pre-race, I mean, because you follow your warm-up structure, so you always seem pretty dialed in, except for our first race, when I think both of us were so nervous that I think both of us looked, and I feel like my impression was that you were feeling the way I was feeling, which is, I think I'm going to throw up. Like, that would be the inner monologue I would have envisioned for you in Dallas. But everything else I would say is very, like, dialed in, very regimented, and like I'm following my plan. I'm just doing the same thing I always do. Like this is, so I would guess your inner monologue would be like, just doing the normal warm up. Here we go, just normal day, getting the warm up in. You know,
Is that how I talk?
that's exactly.
Getting the warm up in. Here we go. Okay. Yeah.
Is that not it?
Check,
No,
check, and
keep
check.
going. Keep going.
Then I feel like once we get into the warm up area, you get kind of like that, like quiet, very serious, like, oh, it's on. That's the voice
It's
now.
on.
It's on. Okay.
Okay.
Are you like sizing people up or
Yeah. I don't know if I saw you size anyone up. You're still kind of very much in your own headspace, but like, all right, James, let's do this. We're going to do, yeah, it is on right now. I'm going to just put the hurt on these people. That's the energy. Then in the shoot, it's like very calm. Like, okay, don't go out too fast. Don't overhype it. And then the gun goes off and it's like, you know, everyone else is like a bunch of wildebeest. And I think you're really focused on that. All right, calm, cool, stick to the pace, keep the cadence, just keep going, you know, like a very calm, cool thing. And then I know you break it into thirds. So you're trying to have that kind of relaxed, regimented start and then kind of get to where you're not really hurting until you get to the end. And then it's like push hard.
Yeah.
So I'm envisioning your inner monologue is like kind of aligned with your thirds. Like, okay, so I'm a third of the way through. I've got this, I've kind of focused on the one ahead of you, but I'm almost there. I've got this. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I guess I maybe lost you on the inside and then And then wall balls, I mean, I'm always hoping your inner monologue says, I'm just going to do all 100 of these.
That's what you're hoping, right?
That's a break.
I mean, that's as I'm standing there, I'm like, I wonder if his inner monologue is saying, let's go unbroken.
Okay. Well, it does
Are
depend.
you like fingers are crossed while you're thinking it?
Come on.
It does depend on the race, right? And the block, the training block. But for the most part, some of what you said is actually, I think, pretty accurate. Like when I pre-race, I'm just thinking, be in my routine, do my drills, make sure give myself enough time to do all this stuff. And it really helps me to have a partner, because as a coach, it helps me to relax, to be like coaching them, right? To be encouraging them and tell them all the things. Because really, when I'm telling whoever my partner is what to do, I'm really telling myself, calm the crud down. Relax. It's going to be fun. We're here to have a good time.
Yep.
There's no pressure. So even though I'm expressing that to other people, that really is me telling myself to chill the crud out.
Right.
Because I'm super nervous. I'm thinking, I'm not going to be able to keep up with this chick. Oh my God, I'm going to embarrass myself. I'm going to get out here and I'm going to start she's going to take off and leave me, and then I'm not going to be able to keep up, and everybody's going to realize that I don't know what the heck I'm doing, and that I don't do enough work, and that she's better than me, and everybody's better than me.
And you're going to get that chair permanently.
And freaking my business is going to fall apart, and nobody's going to want to come listen to me because I can't follow through on the things that I say. Oh my God, why did I do this? Those are the things going through my head in the warm-up area.
That's all happening in the warm-up area.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel way better now.
Yep. And then in the tunnel, I'm thinking to myself, why is this chick talking?
Yeah, so much.
Please stop trying to hype me up. We're already full of adrenaline. I don't need you. Just be quiet. Go away, okay? Go find some women that you love so much and go encourage them. I don't want you. I don't want you over here. That's the other thing happened in my mind. And then I'm like, all right, we're going to get up to the front. Do I want to be over here or over here? Oh my gosh, why don't we just get in the back and then we'll run our pace, because these people are going to do stupid stuff anyway. So I'm doing all that stuff, and then I'm like, oh yeah, hey, it's going to be good. We're going to have a lot of fun.
We're going to have so much fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Remember, it's going to be fun. If it's Tommy, I'm smacking him on his backside. If it's Larry, I'm like, hey Larry, don't leave me. All right. And then in the race, because you know how it is when you race. Once you start, a lot of those nerves settle down.
Right.
And it's not nervousness anymore. And then it's just trying to stick to your plan. Am I on the pace? Am I hitting the pace? Am I doing whatever? And that really helps me a lot. But
are you doing a lot of math?
I am.
I find race math is challenging.
I'm constantly doing math. I'm because I'm trying to make sure I'm being as consistent as I can.
Yeah.
Because those are the only things I can really control in the moment is what am I doing right now? So I try not to worry about anything else that's happening 10 minutes from now, 20 minutes from now, whatever. I'm just one thing at a time. All right, my goal is to do 355 on this 1K. I need to be in this thing before it says 355. And there's little markers throughout the thing where I'm looking at my watch to see if I'm on pace for it, right?
Right.
And so that's why a lot of times, with you, or Tommy, he's really bad about it too, is if y'all start to creep up in front of me, I'm like, hey, ease up, because I know you're taking off too fast. We're on the pace. Let's not blow ourselves up, because we know if we hit our pace, we know we're good.
Yeah.
So, but at some point, sometimes it's sooner than later, at some point I'm thinking to myself, why am I doing this? This hurts so bad.
So much.
I can't keep going. I'm not going to be able to keep up. My God. We got to do burpees next, and I'm already dying. I hope she starts the burpees, and I hope she does 15 or 20 of them before I have to start.
That's never happened either.
That has not happened. No.
I feel so bad now. I know your hopes, and unfortunately, it's never.
And I'm just really just negotiating with myself. Can I even keep this up? Can I keep this up? Oh God, is my hamstring about to cramp on me? There's no way. How's my hamstring going to cramp up on me? It's not going to happen. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. So I'm going through the whole mindset. And then at some point, I'm like, all right, it's go time. We've only got a couple things left to go. Let's try to push. But my push is different than say your push.
Yeah.
My push is now instead of running a 625, let's run a 620. Not let's run a 525.
Yeah, my push is getting shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, let's sprint.
It's time to go.
Yep. And I'm not so much, right? But I'm let's get this. Let's go. And so I'm trying to really push myself and encourage myself. And I do talk to myself in my head. And the way I do talk to myself in the third person. I'm like, come on, James. Let's go, James. You're better than this, James. You can do this, James.
It's supposed to be good to speak to yourself in the third person.
Yeah. So I do that. I've always actually done that in basketball games. I would do that. But it was usually like when I did something wrong.
Yeah.
Like if I made a mistake or something, like, come on, James, you're better than that. So, but now it's more like trying to encourage myself, like I would encourage people I'm coaching.
Okay.
It's like, come on, James, quicken your cadence. Come on, James, you just keep the pace. 5 more reps, or you know what, give her a little break. Do 5 more lunges or something like that. So I'm like trying to encourage myself. And then when the race is over, I'm thinking to myself, why did I go so slow on those dang wall balls? I should have done more wall balls, or I should have done more burpees. We could have ran a little bit faster. Oh, James. All right. Back to the drawing board. What are we going to do now? And I start thinking about training plans, and I start thinking about how can I improve at certain things. So I immediately start thinking about the next.
Yeah.
A lot of times. So that's
it is funny, our little debriefs, and I think that's something that
your debriefs on the bike.
Debriefs on the bike, where it is kind of a reflection on, okay, what went well, this training block. You're already talking about, okay, so that training we did work out here. It didn't work so well here. We missed on this or whatever, but you should always do more wall balls. I think let your conscience be your guide on that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
That's a good way to put it.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so how are we doing on time? Because I'm not used to having this power.
We're good.
How are you doing on time?
I'm doing all right. I'm good.
We're good.
The other question I had, Lauren, I don't even know if I should ask you this question about what you think about while you're racing, because I know that it's. Do you want to answer that question, or do you want to wait for the next question?
I'll give a quick answer because it's I can do this really fast. It's a couple of things. It's mostly comes up to memes. So you're a millennial, so you're familiar with Lizzie McGuire, probably.
Yes,
her little inner monologue character. I have one of those, I think.
Okay.
And at the very beginning, in the start, she's like just breathing through a paper bag, hyperventilating.
Yeah,
was her. And then you have kids? So have you ever seen the Muppets?
Yes.
You know how the Muppets have a very specific like panic run?
Yes.
Just like screaming, arms flailing. That's a lot of that screaming and stuff's happening in my head. It's just,
oh my God.
It's just God. It's just a whole lot of panic. I have tuned in and gotten better to where like I have gotten to where I can reel myself in. I'm like, just focus on one thing at a time. Because I used to have a really bad effort of like, how am I going to make it to Station 8?
Yeah.
Because I was always thinking about the end before I got through anything else. So I have definitely improved on taking it one station at a time. Like, okay, we're in this station. We're just going to focus on hitting this lap, or we're here. We're just going to focus on doing this. That has gotten better. That doesn't mean I'm not still internally screaming.
Right.
There's a lot of
internal screaming.
A lot of internal screaming, a lot of language that I can't repeat on here.
Right.
But that's about it.
It's a family show.
It's a family show, guys. It's not a family show in my head.
Excellent. So what would you say are you most proud of as an athlete? Let's start there.
Great question.
Dang, these are like hard-hitting questions,
good
girl.
questions. You should have her write more of our questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what am I most proud of as an athlete?
Yes.
Shaka Khan.
We're going to start there.
Lord have mercy.
I should tell you, just in case you're like rolling through things that make you proud, that the next question is as a coach. So if you've got something,
I figured
hang on to that.
So I'm saying athlete, yeah. Because I don't think people think I don't think people have very good insights into what's going on in my head most of the time. I think people, and I think that's my fault to an extent, but I think people think that I'm thinking things differently than I actually am. Because of the athletic part of me, I just enjoy doing activity and learning new things, not so much being a champion or winning at any. That's not as important to me. Like,
okay.
I don't really care about it. It's like a cherry on top.
Yeah.
So, man, that's a hard question.
It really is, because I'm trying to think of it.
I mean, honestly, I told myself I would never run a marathon. And the reason I said I would never do that, because why would I want to do something where the first guy, whoever did it, died?
Yeah.
Right? And I've ran, like 5 or 6 marathons, and much faster than I would have ever even could have imagined I would have been able to do. I've done American Ninja Warrior and been in the finals and like watched people do that on TV for years and thought, man, how cool would that be? And it reminded me a lot of like the American Gladiator thing back in the day. And I'm like, oh man, I want to do that so bad.
Yeah.
And getting on there and doing it and being on that stage and the cameras and everything else was so cool. It was really neat. But also getting to go to like the High Rocks World Championships. Like you feel like an Olympic athlete. You're walking out there with your country. You're literally with the best athletes, some of the best athletes in the entire world. And you're competing with them at their level.
Yeah.
You know? And so it gives you a different understanding of like the work you've put in, like how it's like paid off.
Yeah.
And you're doing this later on in life, not at 20.
Yeah.
So I think if I was to say like what is my greatest, like most proud athletic accomplishment is that even though I'm 47 years old, I'm probably faster and stronger, less, I don't want to say less injured, but like I have more mobility, more functionality, more capability than I have ever had in my life before. And that's not the norm for 47-year-olds. And I look back at my dad, and my dad was very, very active. He worked out and everything. And I remember like the age I am now is the age I had a realization of when he was 47. Does that make sense? Like, I didn't know how old he was until he was like 45 years old type thing, right? And that seemed so old to me. And, you know, it was like preteen or whatever. And, you know, he worked nonstop. He was a truck driver. We had land. So, you know, we had a farm and, you know, he was on a tractor and we were doing all this work. I mean, he was very active all the time. And I always thought that he was so strong, but he didn't like go to the gym.
Right.
Right. But he couldn't do half of the things I do. Right. And he's not, I mean, I was always looked up to his strength, but like he couldn't, you know? And so I would say for me, that's what it would be, is that the longevity of being able to do all these athletic events and getting like more speed and more strength as I'm aging, in spite of my age.
Yeah.
Is that answer?
That's fantastic.
That's a good answer.
That's a great answer.
I think that's a great answer.
Sorry. No particular event as much as overall training ability. I don't know.
I think that's pretty accurate, though. I feel like a lot of people would say one particular, unless it's like, I feel like for a lot of athletes, it doesn't come down to one particular, but it comes down to like overcoming something that, like a season or an event in your life that like got you to a moment. I feel like for a lot of people, they wouldn't usually pick one particular thing.
It depends on the person. I think
guess it depends on the person.
If you won an Olympic gold medal.
Well, okay, yeah.
Right.
If you're an Olympic gold medal,
or if you did
you'd
an
be pretty proud.
Ironman,
Or those people that
try
for years to qualify for Boston.
Yes,
that is a proud moment.
Right.
You're
but to me, like those, you know, I know people don't, they should know this by now. To me, the event is not as important to me as everything else.
The journey that got you there.
Yeah, all the work, because that's to me the hard part, right?
Yeah.
The race and all that other stuff is like the reward, or it's the celebration, or it's the test.
Yeah.
For all the things that you've done leading up to that. So, I personally believe, this is my personal opinion, right? So this is one of those things. I think there's truth, and I do think you have opinions, and some of those opinions they're subjective, right? So my opinion is people put too much emphasis and energy on the events themselves. They make them too important. They put them on a pedestal. And whereas the thing you should put on I'm saying this tongue in cheek, but the thing you should put on the pedestal is that work ethic or the discipline or the consistency you develop.
It's the person you become.
Yes, that's a good way to put it.
Doing
that is a good way.
And that's why you're the
getting
host.
Prepared for the thing.
That's why you're in the
red chair.
I'm
sitting in the big red chair.
That's why you got the big chair.
But yeah, I do think, and I'm telling myself this too, because I tend to be one of those people that I know that I love the process, and I love the strength that I've developed kind of in like mental strength and, you know, things that I didn't think I could do.
Yep.
It is truly like the person you become going to kind of try and tackle whatever it is that you put ahead of you. But sometimes the event, I can fall into that trap of putting it on the pedestal too, getting too excited about that. But I think that's a great answer. Lauren, what's your what is something you're proud of? What's your most proud?
I think I'm kind of in the same category. Like, I don't think it comes down to one event. Like, I tried really hard to think about if it was like going to championship. Like, that was super exciting.
I mean, you worked so hard for that.
I did,
for a long time.
I did work really hard for that for a very long time, and I remember like bawling my eyes out on the phone with Laura when we got the email. But that still, I mean, that was a proud moment. But I really do think, because I feel like I repeat this a lot, but I really just feel like it still remains the truest thing is everything I've
Yeah. Yeah. Everything that you've overcome. Absolutely. That's something to be very, very proud of. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Just call me Oprah.
Dang it.
This is what happens.
This is where we need a
I want
tissue
my
for the
car.
couch.
Guys, you know this doesn't happen when I'm in the big chair.
Actually, this has happened several times when you're in the big chair. No.
Yeah, but that's usually on the Patreon.
No, it definitely is the journey. It's I've been reminiscing. I've been going through a lot of old photos, and I've been seeing old photos in the hospital, going through that journey. And I remember being in junior high, going to the track team, and like not even a month after being on the track team, the doctor telling my mom she had to pull me out.
Yeah.
I got pulled out of gymnastics. I got pulled out of dancing. I got pulled out of everything because they were like, she can't do this. They didn't think my body could handle it. And I never wanted to really quit. So I'm proud of myself for always figuring out how to make it work.
Right.
And I think if I had just gone, okay, well, doctors say I can't, so I just can't. If I had fallen for that, I don't think my life would even be kind of where it is now. So I am proud of myself for where I'm at now, because I had to go through a lot of hard days. And I also had to learn to really prioritize a lot of things in my life, like my sleep, my health, my eating. Still dialing some of those in.
Right.
My sleep score still stinks, but we're working on it. But I think, it's been a big journey, and I think little Lauren would be very proud.
I think she would too. I think you have a lot to be proud of. Yep. And I think that's a good testament to never giving up and not accepting
Are we getting
what
cars?
other people.
Are you looking at my chair?
Yes.
Is there a key under my
And
car?
you're
under my
getting a
seat?
car. And you're getting a car.
I need a car for this. Ugh.
Let's just.
This is supposed to be
am
a
I
nice
like,
interview.
I was thinking about not
like
saying this,
Geraldo Rivera.
but I'm
over
going to
here.
say this anyway because technically it is my show.
It is your show.
Even if you're sitting in the
Even
small
if I'm
chair.
sitting in the other chair, the little chair. I would even say, just to add to this, Lauren.
Oh God.
Like
There's a tissue.
you're not going to cry. You're probably mad at me.
Okay.
But the realization of how blessed you are and how thankful you could be, because early on in your life, the doctors, there were several people who kept telling you, you can't do this.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do this.
Yes.
Don't do this.
Yes.
You're not capable of doing this. But through your journeys, and the blessing is you are surrounded with people now that they say you can do this.
Yeah.
You're better than this.
That's so true.
Like, we want you to succeed. You are so capable, right? You have so much potential, right? There's something about that whether you do it or not, right? Just knowing that people believe in you, people support you, and that whether, like I said, the race thing, right?
Yeah.
You can get upset sometimes when things don't go the way you think they should.
For sure.
Right?
Yep.
And like in our races, one of the things I've always encouraged was that, hey man, we did pretty good. We did pretty freaking awesome. What do we learn from this? How do we get better?
Right.
So there is no failure.
Yeah.
You know? And so in that same vein, no matter if you struggle or if you trip up or whatever, there's people that are in your life that care enough about you and believe enough in you that no matter how good or how quote unquote bad you do, they're still here to support you and lift you up, right? That to me is like when you compare the two, that is one of the greatest blessings that you can have, right? That you have the people that really do care about you, right? And that's one thing I love about this place, the community and everything, is that people really do. They want you to succeed. To succeed. Can I get the words out? There we go.
Yeah. People are cheering for you.
Yeah. Next question, quick.
Next question. Okay, we're gonna land this plane. Okay, so what's next? What are you excited about, and what are you preparing, and how are you preparing for it? Ooh. So what's coming up next?
What is coming
Like,
up?
you didn't ask me the coach question.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you want to go back
Are you
to that?
trying to are you cutting questions out?
I was going to land this
Don't
plane.
worry about time, girl. We're good.
All right.
We're good.
We have to save some.
We haven't even hit our normal.
Yeah, we're still
good.
really in the
excellent.
time frame.
Okay, so what are you most proud of as a coach then? Let's go back to that.
No, that was the coach question.
That was the coach question.
Man,
what
that
are
was a
you
tough
most
question.
proud?
My God.
Yeah, I know.
Don't ask me that
That
question.
one might be harder than the athlete one.
I know. Okay, and there's definitely going to be tears. So somebody should get
There's
some
not going to be
Kleenex.
any tears. Here's the deal. there are so many lives that have been, I believe, touched, we'll put it that way, over the last 9-10 years or what have you. You can't like pick one story, right? Because there's so many awesome stories. I mean, I can tell you 5 of them from the past month,
Right.
that are just, and that's just like a random number that people are popping in my head right now.
Yeah, you told me one today.
I told you one today,
Yeah.
right? That was just so awesome and encouraging, right? That would be the thing as a coach, is it's not people qualifying for Boston. It's not people qualifying for the World Championships or, district championships, none of that stuff. That's all amazing. And that's it's just a fruit of their labor. It's seeing the transformations people make, not physically, but in their lives, and how it like this physical fitness thing, right? And a lot of people, like, they have this idea that like people who exercise and people who, take it seriously, they're meatheads or they're not very intelligent or, they don't have a life or what have you. And I think it's the exact opposite. They're extremely intelligent. They're highly successful. They're willing to do things that other people won't do. They're highly disciplined. They understand the importance of a community and support and all that other stuff. And so they're getting a need met that a lot of people they live their life without ever getting met. And so that's why they're always on medication and they're going to therapy all the time and they're doing all these things because they're not getting what every human being needs the way it should be done, right? So they're trying to supplement it in other ways. But to see the transformations people have made, the whole change your mind, change your life, from when they first came in to now, they're different people. They're literally completely different people.
Right.
And I'll even take it to the next level. I've had the opportunity to baptize so many people, see them come to church, see them come to know Jesus Christ, see their lives change and see how like they, we've had connect groups over the last couple of years of people that are, some of our connect groups were just people from the gym, and like they're asking questions and we're able to like answer the questions. And then I'm able not sometimes to answer the questions.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, but let's find out together, like just the growth overall. If you had told me when I was 22 years old that this would be like where my life was, number one, I wouldn't have believed you. Number two, I would have been like, how was that even possible? Nobody's going to want to listen to anything. I have nothing to offer anybody. But to see the impact that my wife and I have had on people and how we do actually, in some way, I don't even know how, have something that people can be encouraged or blessed by it's very humbling, but it's also like, it's pretty cool.
It is, yeah. A lot of connections and a lot of like, I think the kind of the waterfall effect.
Yes.
Like certainly you and Leah and like the core group of people have touched a lot of lives. But I think when you start to see how those lives have impacted other lives, have impacted, it's like, it's that kind of waterfall effect. And the people, the part that we don't even see, what people within this group are doing in their own communities, in their work communities, in their homes, and their, how they're carrying that dedication, commitment, positive attitude into all of their aspects of their lives. It's really, when you start to kind of see it spiderweb out like that, it's amazing.
And it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's really, like I said, it's very humbling.
Yes.
But also it's so exciting because there's a fulfillment that you get from like, you know what? Like I actually, to an extent, I make a difference.
Yeah.
So in whatever small way, whatever. Yeah.
Very cool.
Are you going to cry?
No, you want me to so bad.
I really do.
She wants me to.
I want to be not the only one who's always crying in this room.
Okay. It's a safe space.
It's a safe space.
You come to church, I cry all the time.
Do you?
I do.
Really?
I do.
Do people hug you when you cry?
No, I prefer people to leave me alone.
Have you always? I should have asked this in the opener. Have you always been a person who didn't enjoy hugs, or is this like a later in life?
Let's clear the air. It's not that I don't enjoy hugs.
That you feel
okay?
nervous around hugs.
It's not even. I'm not nervous. None of that. So it's like I tell my wife all the time. Just because I prefer something else doesn't mean I don't like something. Right.
Right.
I hug my daughter all the time.
Okay, that's good.
So those are things, but we didn't grow up in my household. We weren't like affectionate people. So
Yeah, we
my
didn't do a lot of hugging either.
My mom didn't do any hugging. I don't remember if I know for a fact my dad never hugged me. I don't even think my dad told me he loved me, right?
Yeah.
The one thing I would have loved were him to one time just tell me he was proud of me.
Oh my God.
Yes,
You know,
yeah.
never got that, right?
Yeah.
So we weren't like super affectionate-y kind of people, right? I remember the first time I came to this church and there was someone in the, one of the youth group. We went over to their house. They had like a thing and their grandfather was there. And they were going to their grandfather and they gave him a hug and a kiss. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was so weird.
Oh, really?
I was like, why are you making out with your grandfather? That is gross, right? And so that was to me, because it wasn't like something
It was
I
an
was,
affection
Yeah.
you used to see.
it wasn't something I ever saw, right? So it's not that I don't like hugs. It's just that it's not my natural tendency. And I don't want people in my bubble all the time.
The man doesn't like hugs.
I don't want people in my space.
It's not that I don't like hugs. I just don't want anyone around me ever.
Yeah.
I have another friend who's not a big hugger. She's just, it's a female. She's not a super like affectionate with everybody person.
Yeah.
But I did not know this because I hug her all the time.
Yep.
And when I found this out, I was like, dude, why don't you tell me? I would respect your boundaries. And she's like, yeah, but you seem to really like it, so I'm okay with it. I'm like, oh.
Courtney told me the same thing.
Courtney,
God love you.
Yep, she
And
did.
she still gives me hugs
She
for
gives
me.
me
She does them.
hugs.
It's a gift to me.
Yeah.
So, but now
I
I've gotten
love.
to the place where I understand how
Yeah.
important they are to some people.
Yeah.
So what I do is I reserve them for very
occasions.
special occasions. That way, when I do hug,
It's like so.
it's important.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if it's a time where I see, like, she just put her hand on your knee a second ago, right? That was her way of like
That was the
saying,
affection.
I'm here for you.
Yeah.
Right. You're not alone.
It was my
Yeah.
way of saying I'd love to hug you right now,
Yeah,
but I can't get close enough.
I can't get out of this
I can't
chair.
get out of this chair.
Right.
The chair has me.
Exactly. So those are the moments when, if you give someone a hug, they know that it's not your natural tendency and it means even more.
I see.
So I like to withhold things for like
Special
to make it
You
it
gave
special.
Gator a hug once, didn't you? Did you give Gator a hug? Or is she waiting for a hug? I'm trying.
She got a hug.
She did get a hug, right?
She got a hug.
Yeah.
I witnessed
What I
it.
love is how people have like these books of like when Coach
Because I
James
remember, no,
gave
because she
someone a
came
hug.
to me. She was so excited.
Yeah.
I remember. That's why I remember it. She was
Was it after her race?
Yeah.
it might have been. She was like, I got a hug. I was like, are you okay? She's like, I got a hug. I
That's
was
awesome.
like, okay.
That's awesome. I hugged Natalie the other day. I got to baptize her. And
hugged her.
I hugged her in the water.
Wow.
I got wet. I got soaking wet. My shirt was completely wet, but it was okay because I was so excited for her. So, yeah, I mean, it's not that I don't like them. It's just the only person I like being in my bubble, in my space, is my wife.
Yeah.
And that's for a different reason.
Okay.
So,
Family friendly show.
That's right.
I did not say any inappropriate thing. I'm just saying the marriage bed's undefiled. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Yeah.
I got to get this thing back on track. This is why I'm not allowed in charge of this.
Land that plane.
I got to land this plane. Okay, so now can I go back to my question about what is next? What's the next event? What's the next step for the gym? However you want to answer this. This is your question. What's next? How are you preparing for it?
So once again, that is a great question, Jessica, and it's very hard hitting because, I'm not like some people. Some people get excited about things, right? And they feel like they have to happen immediately.
Yeah.
Right?
I am some people.
I am
Right.
some people.
Like they are not necessarily making sure that they're planning everything out effectively to be successful as possible. And they want other people to know about it because they are excited about it.
Yeah.
Right. And so I've learned over the years that sometimes you don't want to do that because sometimes things take longer. And if you say, hey, this is what I'm going to do, and it doesn't happen in the timeline people want it to happen in, then you're not being honest, or you're not following through.
Right.
So I've always been kind of like cautious to like tell people, like, do I have dreams and like visions and like I have a very clear place of where I want us to go, where we're gonna go. Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. Like I could give you complete details, but I don't know if it's going to take 5 months
Yeah.
or 5 years, So like my plan right now is, as we kind of are moving forward, we got a race season just ended. We've got a new season starting, is, I really want to focus on, like the gym, continuing to, develop our community, grow our community, expose more people to our community. and some of the awesome parts of it that don't necessarily just, not me, but like what our community represents and the help we can help, the challenging people and encouraging people and helping people grow, right? So that's always the first thing on my mind more than anything. And I believe that as that happens, it opens up so many other doors that lead to some of the places I want us to go. So, as far as the gym is concerned, I'm excited. The wall is going to be in pretty soon, so we'll be able to have more access for our members throughout the day, like the key fob access. So that'll be another layer of, assistance for our members to be able to work more and spend more time here. We're working on this. We've kind of always had it, but really developing these cohorts. I was trying
I know
not
you
to
love
use that
that
word.
name.
Yeah, I love that name. But developing these cohorts, these groups of where we're helping people work together to show themselves accountable, but bring like each levels up. Because I know for like me, I've developed these little groups like you and Tommy and Larry, and where we train together and run together, and it's made us faster.
Yeah,
It's made us much
there's
better.
definitely been a benefit, and you can see it across the group. Like people have kind of created their little groups where they're connecting, they're challenging each other, they're pushing each other, they're encouraging one another. And I do think there's so much benefit to having that, especially as the community grows, to be able to create these like smaller communities for people within the community that are helping with that accountability and pushing and encouraging.
It's like subcultures within the culture. It's not cliques, because it can sound very cliquey, but it's not. It's like you have like your people who are running like sub fives.
Right.
That are challenging each other. You have your people who are running different paces or training for different things at different times. So yeah, it's like subcultures within the culture.
So it's just basically creating, on a smaller scale, what we've created on such a large scale to encourage those smaller scales to level up, those smaller groups to level up and get better.
Level up.
Level up. So
2026.
Just realizing their full potential, right? So things like that. I say this, I feel like I say this every year, but I'm really excited about this next season.
Yeah.
Right. This next race season, because so many people have improved by such leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
And what I've noticed is like in athletics or as coaching, I'll use Larry as a perfect example. He came in already like fast,
right.
But he didn't start that way. And he did a lot of things in his journey over the past 4 or 5 years, what have you, helped him get to a certain level. And, as we began working together, I had to learn what kind of athlete he was. I had to learn what worked, what didn't work. And he made these like kind of like little small improvements in these little whatevers. And then there was one moment, and I saw it happen, where like there was a shift in like his mindset, and in his training, and, it like clicked. It clicked basically. It all kind of clicked, and then he got a big improvement.
Yeah, it's that step change that you're looking for. Yeah.
And so I feel like this last season, for a lot of our, like say more elite level athletes, that has happened, and so now you build on that for the next season, and that means that there's all types of opportunities.
Right.
Well, if you tier that down, if you go down, through the different levels, right? I think that my goal has always been. I was telling somebody this the other day when I first started this. There were other gyms. We were doing OCR, and that was really kind of what we started. That was going to be our claim to fame. Everybody's going to come from all around the city to come to our outdoor obstacle course, right? And there were other gyms that were doing obstacle course training, and they would basically sponsor elite athletes, people who were already winning races.
Yeah.
And they would give them their shirt, and they would say, hey, go race with this shirt on.
So it looks like we're doing so well and we're training the best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which was it was smart.
Yeah, it's good marketing.
It was good marketing, right?
Yeah.
It was, I don't know if it worked for them, but to me, it was a good idea, right? But to me, my goal has never been to take an elite athlete and have them wear my shirt.
Right.
My goal was to take somebody who wasn't an elite athlete, have them wear my shirt, and turn them into an elite athlete, whatever level.
Yeah.
And so I believe we've worked with so many people over the years, and people have improved by so much that we have a group of people now, a pretty good size group of people now that are elite level. They're higher. Like the downside is that we're all old, but like they're still elite level people, right? And we have some young people that are really good that are also coming in.
They're the next generation.
And the next generation. But then we also have people who are just getting started and they've gone up to that like, hey, I can do this. And then we've got the people that are moving from the, hey, I can do this, to the people that I can be pretty good at this. And those people that are like, hey, I'm already pretty good at this. Maybe I could be elite.
Yeah.
And so there's like these different tiers. And I feel like this next season, we're going to see these big jumps.
Yes.
From people to go from level to level. And I think the cohort idea, whatever the concept, whatever, will be helpful in that if we can develop that and really encourage people to, be able to, what we said at the beginning of the year was give up the good
for the great.
Right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of people they were experiencing the good, and I want them to experience greatness.
Yeah. And I think stuff like the Run Club's really helped with that too.
Yeah.
I think the Run Club's been a really helpful tool in like bringing people in, because not a lot of people, I think, know how to offer up a really supportive run community, but also like training that's really showing results.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think we've kind of got that nailed down.
Usually what it is it's a social club where you go do runs.
Yeah, that's
right?
it. There's not a lot of other the thought to it.
Right. And this is one of the things I always tell Lauren, and I think she gets frustrated with me, is that I want to, first and foremost, I want people to know
it's BC.
We are experts.
Yeah.
And we know what we're doing. We are great coaches that provide scientific, tried and true training techniques with blocks and progression, progressive overload. First and foremost, when you come here, you're going to get better. Bottom line. And guess what? You're also going to have a good time because we're an amazing community that supports one another.
Yes.
Right? So, like, that's my focus more than anything else, is that because to me, like, and maybe this is probably part of my church background, is like when you come in, like, the most important thing I think people are looking for is connection.
Yeah.
They want to belong to
Especially
something.
in this world, yeah.
But if you're doing it right and you're discipling people, if you're teaching people, like, and they're learning, that should just naturally happen. That you become a part of a community and you're connecting on a regular basis and you're teaching each other and you're growing and you're encouraging each other and you're holding each other accountable and you're like challenging one another.
Yeah,
You're not letting people rest in their laurels. You're not letting them just be okay with being okay or just be okay with just doing the bare minimums. You're literally like pulling greatness or pulling more out of people, right? And that's iron sharpening iron. I think that's what real relationships should be about.
Yeah.
So I think it's impossible to go spend time with people multiple hours a week and not be in relationship with them.
Right.
So, that's why to me, like, I want us to be well-educated, well-informed. I want us to be good examples. I don't want to be a fat trainer. I don't want to be an unfit coach. I don't want to be someone that is in the slow group. And that's not to downplay the slow group, but I don't want to be on a bike while everybody else is running. Okay? I don't want to be that coach. I want to be the coach leading the way. And if people get faster than me and people get better than me, I'm excited about that. And maybe I can't keep up with you. That's fine. I don't care. That encourages me because, hey, you've gotten better and I had something to do with that.
Yeah.
Right? So, but I'm still going to keep coming for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell you to ease up.
He's not
And
going
tell you to ease up. We're racing together.
Right?
Right? I'm going to hold you back. But that's, I mean, I don't know if that was detailed enough.
That's perfect.
So, but there are definitely some other things that I'm working on. I'm always working on something.
Yeah.
That I think is going to benefit our community, the YouTube community, the Running with James community, but BC Fitness as well. And I'm excited about it.
Me too. Lauren, on that note, can you hit us with all of the events that are coming up and where people should find you on Instagram, all the things. There's stuff coming up.
Oh my gosh.
Mother's Day is around the corner.
Mother's Day is around the corner, yes. And our lovely coach Lori is going to be leading an event, a Mother's Day workout, Move with Love. It will be happening the weekend after Mother's Day. So it will be a post-Mother's Day workout. Doesn't mean we don't love our mothers just as much. So we are having a nice little workout on Friday evening that people can sign up for. Bring your mom, bring your grandma, bring your aunt. Mm-hmm. And then in June, late June, we are really excited to be, I can go ahead and announce the comp, right?
Sure.
Okay, I wasn't sure. We're having another one of our Building Champions competitions.
Exciting.
So yeah, and the last couple of things we've done simulations, which people always like a good simulation. People go nuts for a High Rocks simulation. But we really love throwing on the Building Champions competitions. We love getting put our own little spin on it and challenge people in ways that maybe is a little different from High Rocks. So we're really excited to be bringing that back in end of June. We'll be announcing that very, very shortly. So you can look for that, sign up for that. We will be doing singles, doubles, and I think we agreed on a relay option.
We did agree on a relay.
Woohoo. Also, we will be doing, we're bringing back our kids event.
Yep.
We're bringing back our Building Champions kids version. So, yeah, you can bring your kids because you know what? High Rocks is bringing young stars to the States. Yeah. We got to get these Houston kids ready because hopefully Dallas is one of the next cities they add.
Yeah. So they've convinced me to have more people do more things. And so I usually, when we do these things, I always want to make them good. That's my goal, is always just make it very organized. You know,
he wants to make it so it's very manageable.
And manageable, but I also want them to have the experience of whatever the event is they're going to go do. Try to make it as close to that as possible, right? But I also want to be home by like 1.
He does. He's like, we got to be home by 1. I'm like, no, we got to go
because
today.
Saturday is my only day off, Lauren.
I hear you.
Okay, I don't get any days off, and Saturday is my day off, and I'm technically getting up early to go run every Saturday morning, right? So, yes, this event will be an all-day event. So we're going to open up more spots. So we'll have more opportunities for people to register. We're going to do the relay. We're going to have a kid. So it's going to be an all-day affair. And we'll have vendors out here. And
I'll bring out coffee. And I'll bring a cot just for you if you want to go take your nap in the back.
Perfect.
That's not what I need.
Nope.
I need the couch and the TV that's going to watch me.
So
nap.
Those are the events we have coming up right now. Other than that, Run Club, we're off-season Run Club is full sesh. I mean, we're still going strong, and we're meeting 3 days a week, and we've still had a great turnout of people coming up. Other than that, people can find us on Instagram and Facebook at MyBCFit. You can find James at BC Coach James. I almost messed it up, but I didn't. BC Coach James, and you can find me at Backyard Bohemian. You can throw us some questions, throw us some comments. Slide into the DMs, not James's. He's a married man.
I mean, you can slide in my DMs. It's fine. Just ask me coach questions.
Ask coach questions only.
Yeah.
Lauren, on the
Don't be
other
asking me
hand,
for hugs.
Accepting
We'll see.
all sorts of DMs.
She is.
Yeah.
She is.
We'll
So
see. I'm open.
Yeah. So also, I want to give out a shout out to the Run Club. You brought it up, right?
did.
So this is technically next Tuesday will be our 1 year Run Club anniversary.
Can we call it a run-iversary? I think it's just a run.
Yep. So our 1 year when we started the Run Club, and it's really cool because we started. I remember I had one person show up to the very first run.
Oh yeah, I'm
one person, and Saturday morning. I think we had like maybe 3 or 4, and a lot of people wanted to come, but they felt guilty because they were part of another run group, and they felt like they were going to be
banished,
be traitors to them because they came and ran with us. And then Sunday was Sunday, but it's been pretty cool that we've actually been able to connect with. I actually got from the yahoos that actually register and do what they're supposed to do. We've actually connected with over 175 people.
Wow.
In one way or the other during the runs, only runs.
Yeah.
So that's either through Tuesday, Saturday morning, or Sunday afternoon.
We almost made it through a whole session without Lauren coughing.
I was trying so hard, guys.
We
That
were
tickle
so
was really
close.
bothering me. So close. One day.
Well, it's always tomorrow. But congratulations on the run-iversary.
Yeah, it's cool.
So should we do something? Is that going to be next Tuesday, you said? You can do something special? You can bring a cake?
We're going to run.
Anything?
I got a good special workout for them. I've been messaging the group and everything and telling them, hey, you guys got to come. Because some of them have kind of fallen off. But you know how that is.
It's life.
We'll have new people
Yeah.
every week. It's a different group. So it's around 20 people or so. Anywhere from like 12 to 20 people will show up on a Tuesday. But I think Sunday, still same thing. We should let people know and encourage people. So that'd be a cool, take as big a picture as we can for the week of all the people that showed up. So I'm encouraged Saturday people, more and more people coming on Saturday, which is one they really need to come to.
The Saturday one's a good session.
So, but we'll keep doing it, keep growing it. We'll offer more opportunities for people. That'll be part of our cohort program. So, Jessica's got some great ideas. She's been trying to throw
Jessica's our idea
put
machine.
a little what do you call it? A bug in my
A bug in your ear? Yeah.
So I like them. So I don't think she actually thought I would take it seriously.
I did not.
I love good ideas. Anytime you have a good idea, let me know. But
Not
you better
the sled
off.
scale.
Yeah.
I still like that idea. And I like the meal prep. We know a patent lawyer.
That's
so
right. We
I'm
just got to
saying.
work a few bugs out. Well, I've really enjoyed the conversation. I appreciate y'all coming in today.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having us.
And you know what I always say, James?
What is that?
If you can change your mind,
You can change your
your
life. That's the second time today I've said the second part. I don't like this.